Yang, 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 yang. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Coach Jones, aka Swole Santa, back up in the gym today on Christmas, aka Liftmas, ready to deliver these gains. Now today, we got some full body work going on, which means we're gonna get some full body gains. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you guys like the video on the way in. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all the latest updates on videos when I post them and new goals when I create them. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this Christmas day working. So we're back in Gold's Gym today in Dundalk, Maryland. And like I said, it's Christmas time. The Christmas cheer is in the air. And today, I'm gonna give you the 12 lifts of Christmas. That's right, the 12 lifts of Christmas. Much like the 12 days of Christmas, but the lift version. Now let's go ahead and head over to the row machine. We'll get a quick warm up in there, maybe a little bit of the ski erg, and then we'll hop straight into it. We got a really good warm up in. I had the resistance a little bit higher than what I typically do on the row machine and for the ski erg. I usually put it on 5 or 6. Didn't really look at it this time, so it ended up on 10, and we got our warm up that way. Either way, my muscles feel engaged and ready to go. So let's start with lift number 12. So the first lift on our list are gonna be 12 biceps curling. So we'll do 12 bicep curls isolated, single arm, and then we'll go bilateral. So we'll work 12 unilateral. We'll start here, get a good squeeze at the top, nice and controlled on the way down. Then we're gonna do 12 on each arm before we go to a bilateral curl with 12 on each arm. Big squeeze at the top, working the stretch. Nice and controlled. Keeping constant tension on that muscle. Here we go, last one here. So we got our 12 right, let's go 12 left. Big squeeze at the top, nice and controlled on the way down. Big squeeze at the top, nice and controlled on the way down. Keeping constant tension on that muscle. Nice tight squeeze. We got 6 more. Big squeeze, nice control. 2 more. And then a strong finish. Now we'll just throw a little bit more weight on there. And now we got bilateral for 12. Same thing, big squeeze at the top, work the stretch. nice and controlled. You want all that tension on the bicep muscle. Big squeeze at the top. You guys can see I'm pausing at the top just to make sure that I get a quality squeeze. Big contraction. 4 more. And there's our 12 biceps curling. Now let's go on to lift number 11. For the next lift on our list, we have 11 tries extending. So we're gonna work some tricep extensions with the rope here, working for a set of 12. We're really gonna focus on getting that stretch in the tricep. Big contraction at the bottom, keeping those elbows pinned to our side so that all the movement is coming through our tricep. Nice big range of motion. Big stretch here, big contraction here. We're going for a set of 12. So again, pinning those elbows to our side here. I got a good stretch. Now big squeeze, boom, pull it down, big squeeze. Keep the elbows pinned to your side. We're going for a set of 12 here. Here's number 3. And the bigger range of motion we can work, the more growth that we'll end up seeing within our tricep here. Last 3. Big squeeze on these last 2. There it is, lift number 11. Now let's get on to lift number 10 here. The number 10 lift on our list are going to be lat pull downs, followed by number 9 on our list, which are going to be lat pull throughs. So we'll start with lat pull downs. We'll work a set of 10. Lat pull throughs, same thing, set of 10. We want a nice wide grip here. Torso is nice and vertical, and remember we're pulling to the top of our chest. Big squeeze, thinking about driving our elbows down to our rib cage. Not really thinking about pulling the weight, but driving our elbows down. So we're here, big pull, big stretch. Working a big range of motion. Now we'll go to pull through. Same emphasis, we're gonna focus on the big stretch here. The stretch is the most important part here that we're gonna focus on. Of course, we still want a nice, big, tight contraction at the bottom, but we're really focused on the stretch on it. So big lat stretch to start. Squeezing those lats down. Nice and wide grip. At the bottom. We'll work a few more sets in between those 2 lifts, and then we'll move on to number 8 on our list. Now for lift number 8 on our list, we're going to do 3-way raises. So we're going to do lateral raises here, we'll do bilaterally, we'll do rear delt raises where we're tilted forward a little bit bilaterally, and then we'll do unilateral front raises on each side. So we'll start with the lateral raises here. We'll work 10 reps, raising in each direction. The emphasis here is to push the weight away from your body rather than trying to lift it. Most people, when they try to lift it, they have a tendency to shrug and you know, that's hitting a little bit more of the trap. We want to focus on our deltoid here. So we're really thinking about moving the weight away from our body here. And we'll go for a set of 10. We have a slight pause at the top just to make sure we get a good contraction. And when we come down, we're not bringing our arms all the way down to our side. We want to keep constant tension on the muscle. So there's 10 lateral raises. Now we'll go rear delt raises. Again, keeping constant tension on the muscle. And now we have front delt raises that we'll do 10 each way. So we'll go 10 this way, 10 in the other direction. Now we'll flip sides, get the other way. So now we'll go frontal raise on this side, left arm. And again, a slight pause at the top just to make sure we're getting a good contraction. Nice and controlled all the way down. Keeping constant tension on the muscle. Those were our 3-way raises. Now let's move on to lift number 7 on our list. Now for lift number 7 on our list, we're going to do shoulder shrugs. And for shoulder shrugs today, we're actually going to use the ground-based squat machine. And the beautiful thing about this ground-based squat machine is that each side is isolated, so it's not all one pickup and one shrug. So you don't have to worry as much about whether or not one trap is doing a little bit more work than the other trap. Each trap can get its individual contraction. So we'll work for a set of 12 here. Emphasis on a slow stretch, big explosive contraction. So chest is out, shoulders are back. Trying to get our shoulders to our ears, nice and controlled stretch. Big explosion on the way up. And we're gonna work for a set of 12 here. Here's rep number 4. Big squeeze. Big squeeze. Here we go, halfway through. 6. Again, big squeeze at the top, last 2. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Big stretch, big squeeze. There we go. So we'll work a few more sets in between our 3-way raises and our shoulder shrugs. Then we'll move on to lift number 6. So for lift number 6 and number 5 on our list, we're actually going to do a linear chest press on the hammer strength machine, and then we'll do a lateral chest press on the hammer strength machine. Emphasis here is time under tension, so we're working with great tension on our pec muscle here. We've lightened the load a little bit, increased the volume for a compound set here. So again, we're gonna go a set of 10, linear press to start, all right? Shoulders are back, chest is nice and big, and again, the range of motion is all through the chest, working as large of a range of motion as we can. Big press out, nice and controlled on the way down, and here we go. That's rep number 4. And again, keeping constant tension on the chest. Here's our linear press. We'll drop the weight. Now we can work a lateral press for a set of 10 on each side. We'll go ahead and flip it, get 10 on this side, and then we're good to go. We'll get a few more sets done in between these 2 lifts, and then we'll move on to lift number 4, and number 3.
For lift number 4 on our list, we're going to do some isolated hamstring curls with a hand flexor machine here for a set of 12 on each side. Big emphasis on an explosive contraction, nice and controlled stretch. Again, set of 12 here. So explosive contraction, boom, nice and controlled. Explode, control. Set of 12. Really focusing on keeping all the contraction in the hamstring. There's 12 on our right. Now we'll go ahead and flip it, get 12 on our left. Same thing, explosive contraction, nice and controlled on the way down. Big contraction, control. Contract, control. Just like that for a set of 12. Now we'll actually combine this lift with lift number 3 on our list to create a superset. Now let's go ahead and head on to lift number 3. Now of course we had to include one of our staples for leg days, which are our walking lunges. For our walking lunges, we're going to do 10 steps on each leg, emphasizing driving that weight down through the front foot. So when we step, we're making sure that we don't pause. We want to sink straight down and eccentrically load that front leg. And like I said, we're going to go 10 on each leg. Loading the weight over that front foot. So we'll work a few more sets of this in combination with our isolated hamstring curls, and then we're on to lift number 2. And then of course lift number 1. Now lift number 2 on our list are going to be med ball sit-ups with the 2 touch. So we're going to touch behind our head, we're going to touch in between our legs for a set of 20. So we'll start with the ball here. Feet are up, knees are bent, hips are bent, right? And we're starting by going backwards. Like I said, touching behind our head, then we're touching in between our legs for a set of 20. There's our 20 med ball sit-ups. Now for lift number 1, which will give us a 6-pack and a V-cut. We're gonna do med ball reach arounds for a set of 15 on each side. So for these, ball starts in front of us, we're turning, placing the ball behind us, reach back on the opposite side,
grab the ball from there, and continue to twist. Like I said, we're gonna go 15 in each direction, starting with turning left. Excellent. A few more sets in between those ab movements. I think we'll have the full body pump that we need. Happy liftmas. All right, so that wraps up our workout for today. Let's go ahead and get this stretch in. We'll hit a little bit of cardio, and then we'll take it off out of here. Let's go celebrate the holiday. Another great lift. Definitely got some great full body work in on this Christmas holiday. I hope that you all enjoyed your lift miss as well. If you haven't on the way in, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my recent posts. Also, if you want the full-length version of today's workout, head on over to my Patreon, where you can access the full-length workout for all the lifts that I do here on YouTube. Last but not least, make sure that you all check me out on Instagram at @CoachJones_. That is at @CoachJones_. Now I gotta go deliver these games. So until next time, peace.